Hello everybody, it's Bendominator and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking every single skin from the Chapter 2 Season 7 Battle Pass. But before we get into the video, if you guys enjoy the content, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you would like to support me even more, you can use my supported creator code Bendominator in the item shop #ad. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. So at the number 7 spot in our ranking is the Zyg skin, and this is at the bottom of the list mostly because I don't really enjoy bulky skins that much, but I also just don't love the design of this skin. Now for the normal edit style, you've got a pretty interesting kind of lime green and teal color scheme, which I'm not a huge fan of, but if you actually go over to the second edit style, it's a very nice, just dark blue, red, and bright like orange or yellow. And I will say that is a very nice color scheme, one of the best color schemes I've ever seen on my Fortnite skin, but the design does not make up for it. It doesn't feel too bulky when you're using it in-game, but I'm still just not a huge fan of how the skin actually looks, and this is definitely not one of my favorites from this battle pass, but it is not really a bad skin either. I'd say that for being my least favorite skin in the battle pass, it really isn't that bad, and it goes to show how good this battle pass actually is. So next up at the number 6 spot, we have the Chimera skin. Now this skin is actually really cool because you can freely customize the skin, and not only that, but you can change the customization whenever you want. Each time you unlock a new customization, it is an entirely new edit style for the skin, so this skin pretty much just has a ton of edit styles, and is very similar to the superhero skins that we saw in Season 4. So you could really go crazy with the customization on this skin. Now the only thing is that I'm not a huge fan of the design of the armor, at least from when you're using it in-game. But at least from in the locker, this skin could look extremely cool depending on how you customize it. I just feel like the actual design of the skin and mostly the armor kind of holds it back a little bit for me. I feel like the skin could have looked a lot cooler and sleeker, but it does feel a bit clunky. So for that reason, it's a bit low on the list. But I do appreciate how much customization you can actually get out of the skin, and I think it's a really cool one and a really fun one to just mess around with. Now next up on our list, we got the Googie skin, and this one is very interesting when it comes to its origins, but in terms of the actual skin's design, I actually really like the skin. I know not everybody's gonna agree with me on this, but I kind of think of this as the meme skin for this season's battle pass. And I will say I do really like the purple and black color scheme, though the one thing I don't love about this skin is the pants. Not a huge fan of those pants, but otherwise the outfit looks extremely cool. And even though this is a collaboration skin, it still feels very unique in the world of Fortnite. So overall, a pretty good skin in my opinion. Next up at number 4, we have the Joey skin. And let me just say, this is pretty much two completely different skins in one. So that definitely increases the value of this battle pass quite a bit. So since I kind of think of these as completely separate skins, let's talk about them individually, starting with the male counterpart. Now the male version of Joey is a very cool looking character. He seems like he's some kind of alien hunter guy, and he kind of reminds me of something out of Metal Gear Solid. He has some super cool tattoos all over his body, but the pants he's wearing is very interesting. They look like sweatpants, but I don't think that's what they're supposed to be. But I do like the overall vibe and design of this skin. It looks very cool. Definitely a very aggressive skin. But of course, if you use the built-in emote, you can go over to the female version of the skin, which also looks very cool. Turns out this alien hunter guy was actually just a disguise for this undercover alien, which in itself is a very interesting concept for a skin. Now, while this version of the skin does look pretty clean, I will say I'm not a huge fan of the color scheme. I feel like the bright orange with the kind of blue and dark blue grayish doesn't really work for me. And while the design of the alien outfit does look pretty sleek and pretty cool, it also feels a bit bland, especially compared to the Chimera skin. I feel like they played it really safe with this one, because for being an alien, she doesn't really look too outer worldly. So overall, I think the female counterpart of the skin could have used a bit more uniqueness to it, but if you're just looking for a pretty nice and clean skin to run the season, this isn't a bad choice. So now we are at my top 3 favorite skins in this season's battle pass. At the number 3 spot, we have the Sunny skin. Now, I think Sunny is a very good representation of this season. And overall, just a really cool looking character in general. And you got this really interesting kind of ska theme going on with her and her entire set, which I think is very unique as well. I honestly don't have a ton to say on the skin, I just think it looks very clean and it's just a very simple but nice skin in the Battle Pass. I could see how the skin could become pretty forgettable, but as of now, I do really like it. And at the number 2 spot, we have the Dr. Sloan skin. Now, this skin is definitely very cool, especially with the battlesuit edit style. That is by far my favorite version of this skin. And when it comes to the first edit style, it is a very unique take on suit skins. And yeah, well, she's not really wearing a suit, it is definitely a different form of formal attire that we don't normally see when it comes to these kinds of skins. So when it comes to uniqueness, this is definitely a very good skin, at least for the first edit style. And while I said I like the battlesuit edit style a lot more, I will say it is a bit bland, especially when it comes to its color scheme, but that doesn't stop it from being an extremely good looking edit style, and I just like it a lot. And now we move on to our number 1 spot. Most of you probably already guessed what it is, and it is of course the Rick Sanchez skin. And this is honestly probably one of my favorite crossovers we've ever seen in Fortnite. And it's definitely one of the most groundbreaking ones. This skin proves that cartoon characters can work in Fortnite. And that just makes me extremely excited for the future. But even outside of the fact that it's an extremely funny collaboration, as an actual skin, it actually works a lot better than I expected. When it comes to color scheme, the white, blue, and brown is a very simple yet very effective one. And I honestly just love the shade of blue that he has on his shirt. And while I'm not a huge fan of the cell shading on skins like Alexa, I think it works a lot better here because the character is more designed to be a cartoon. And what I mean by that is that Lexa kind of feels weird because Lexa just looks like a normal human with normal human proportions, while Rick here definitely looks like he's straight out of a cartoon. And while I still don't love the cell shading on skins, I think it's necessary to make Rick fit a bit more inside of Fortnite's universe. And I still can't get over how funny it is to just see him in the game. This is definitely one of my favorite crossovers next to skins like Iron Man and Thanos. And again, it just surprised me by how actually good of a skin it is. Running this skin is actually really fun. But anyway guys, that's about gonna be it for this video. What do you guys think about my rankings, and what are your rankings? What's your favorite skin in the Battle Pass? Leave a comment down below, I'd honestly love to know. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you are brand new, and if you guys want to use my supported creator code, it is Bendominator in the item shop #ad. I'll see you guys in the next video, have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.